Hi, and welcome to Cat Run Figures. I'm your host, Caitlin, and today we are going to be reviewing Infamous Iron Man issue 3. So, this is a continuation of the Bendis Molive Victor Von Iron Man storyline, and as we left off in the last issue, Ben Grimm, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., has caught up to Iron Man, and they're going to fight. So as we open up the comic, we get to see Victor's mother, who is a dark witch, and we find out that she's keeping tabs on her son. So when I saw this panel, I could have sworn at first that was Scarlet Witch. She kind of looks like it, right? But, it's his mom, so it makes no sense for it to be Scarlet Witch. Not really, anyway. But she really looks like Scarlet Witch to me, in that panel anyway. But moving on into the fight that everyone wants to see, we get to see Ben and Victor going blows to blows in Amara's apartment. And they're kind of sharing a lot of back and forth humor. You know that they've known each other for a number of years and they've been enemies for a number of years. Ben asks him what time it is, and Victor responds with something clobbering. And as they're fighting, his Iron Man suit is starting to attach to his body, and Ben gets thrown out a window and thrown onto a car. And then we get to see Infamous Iron Man in his full glory descending down from the sky toward the Thing and telling him that there's really no need for them to fight. And I love the joke that Ben comes out with here. He says, "Oh man, Vic, I hate to tell you this, but I think you grabbed some other guy's armor at the gym." So I thought that was funny, but they get back into the fight, and then we get to see Amara passes out. When she comes to, she has no idea where she is or how she ended up there, so that's kind of uncomfortable. And then she finds her way to Victor, and he's using his magic to put the Iron Man suit back together. And he apologizes to her and informs her that she's safe. They're in Sweden at one of his homes, and he's sorry about her belongings because she lost not only her apartment but all of her things during their fight. And it wouldn't necessarily be safe for her to return because S.H.I.E.L.D. now knows that they're attached. And she's saying that they are not attached. That he's just kind of palling around with her. And he says, actually, we are attached, no matter what you want to say to this. And ultimately, she doesn't want to accept that, but she asks him a question. If they are going to go through this, she needs to know, why is he no longer Dr. Doom? And they kind of argue about this until finally he tells her that he was a god. And he tells her about his time as God Doom. And the fact that he ruled all of creation and all of the world, and it still didn't make him feel complete. It still didn't make him feel happy. And I gotta tell you, I'm in love with this art. The way it switches when he's telling the story. I thought this exact panel is just amazing. I love it. I would definitely buy this in a poster for him. But he's discussing the fact that he decided to give up all that power. Everything that he worked for his entire life was to become all-powerful. And when he finally got that, he wasn't satisfied. He wasn't happy. It wasn't fulfilling enough to him. So he gave all that up. And then he looked at Tony Stark. And Tony Stark was someone that he always considered similar to himself. And when he saw Tony Stark fall as a result to Civil War II, spoiler warning, he is not dead. He's actually in a coma. Not sure if Victor knows about this or not, but he decided to pick up the mantle for himself, believing that maybe being a hero would give him some sort of fulfillment. And Amara tells him he's a monster. And he responds with, no, I was a monster, but I've decided to be better now. And she said, no, you're still a monster. You just decided to be a hero because you think you'll be happier and that you'll be more fulfilled. That doesn't necessarily make you a hero, and it doesn't necessarily make you a good person. But they argue about it, and ultimately she screams that she wants to go home. She wants to leave him. So he sends her away. And then we get to see Ben Grimm, and he's looking at one of Doom's old labs in his home country. And he's just walking around trying to get any kind of clue as to where Doom is. And then he finds Doom's mama. Yeah. So you're the one who's been giving my son a hard time all of these years. Naughty boy. And the next issue is going to be called Prodigal Son. So I'm loving this story by Bendis. I'm loving the Maleev artwork. I am not a huge Iron Man fan, but I've been loving this book. I mean, I've never really attached myself to Tony Stark's Iron Man as a character. I've never really loved any real story that was centralized around him at all, but I'm really loving Victor Von Iron Man. Infamous Iron Man is knocking it out of the park. I'm enjoying it. It's a must-read on my list. Hopefully you're enjoying it too. Give me a like if you like this video. Comment below and tell me if you're enjoying it as much as I am. Did you love the artwork for this issue as much as I did? Did you like his reasoning for why he gave up being God Doom, for why he is trying to be a hero now? Did you enjoy that as much as I did? Because I kind of loved it. Yeah, so subscribe to my channel for more comic book content, or check out any of my older videos I have up for offer here on Cameron Figures. I did actually do a review of the previous issues, so go check those out. And until next time, I'm your host, Caitlin. Bye.